Hi, this is Kim or Adverse Camber 42, and today I am starting a brand new game for the worst possible reasons. So, as you might be aware, we are supposed to be playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Unfortunately, I've just turned on my PlayStation 5 and it's refusing to read any discs. So I'll go and get a can of air tomorrow and see if I can fix it. If not, I'm going to have to figure out how to buy a new PlayStation 5 on the cheap, which is hurting me. But unfortunately that means for now we're stuck to games that I have as downloads rather than discs. So this will not affect the Poppy Playtime or the Baldur's Gate streams because they were downloaded. But I'm just going to switch to Soul Reaver 2 as it's the next game I was planning on playing anyway, just because I had it downloaded to console. So yeah, to do my preamble up front, I am Kim or Adverse Camber 42. My main stream is live Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 PM GMT and Saturdays at 5 PM GMT, where we will be playing either this or Star Wars Jedi, depending on how the situation plays out. I do sometimes play other games, I should say, on the side, just as and when I have a couple of free hours. At the moment we're playing Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 on Sunday morning, and Baldur's Gate 3 just as and when I have a couple of free hours. If you follow the Adverse Camber 42 Twitter or Blue Sky accounts, I'll always give you the heads up when I'm going to pop on and play, in case you want to join me, see where I'm at, offer advice, all that jazz. I also have an Adverse Camber 42 YouTube channel where old episodes are put up, usually within a day of airing here. In case you want to catch up on the plot of Soul Reaver so far, because all of the Soul Reaver 1 Let's Play is on there at the moment, or any of the other games I've played. I have varied tastes and there's a lot on there now, including Cyberpunk 2077, Code Vein, House of Ashes, Lies of P, One Piece Odyssey, Alone in the Dark, the 2024 version, both versions of Silent Hill 2, Danganronpa 1 and 2. Do check them out if you're interested. I'm also one half of Things Are Getting Strange and X-Files Rewatch Podcast. You can find... Oh, excuse me. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes go up every Thursday, 8 PM GMT. We're reviewing the X-Files 2 episodes at a time. We're currently on Season 9, and this Thursday's episode will cover, let me think, Audrey, Paulie, and Underneath. So do check that out if you're interested, and if you can afford to do so, also support our Patreon. Helps keep the lights on, and it gives you access to things you can't get anywhere else, including a full Let's Play of the 1998 X-Files FMV game for the original PlayStation. Anyhow, hi Info and Shady, hope you're both well, just saw you in the chat. Without further ado, let's see what happens in Soul Reaver 2. So, when we left off at the end of the last game, we had just followed Kain into the Chronoplast, and encountered Mobius, who is supposed to be dead. And aside from the console misbehaving, thank you, Info, I am very well. Thanks for asking, glad you are too, mate. Right, let's get going.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me and those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil.
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The circle was devastated. Only we three were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how, I had not yet discovered.
Okay, looks like we're in control. Let's try and remember how we do things. Okay, that's glide. What's that? That button doesn't do anything yet. That's punch. Ooh, you can do like kicks now. Isn't that amusing? Oh, circles feed. Okay, yep, I remember now. It's all coming back. So let's have a little mooch and decide where we're going. And even if you have not played Blood Omen, hands up who trusts Mobius. He seems so on the level. He is a little sus, says Info. Just a bit. I like how easily he throws his fellow mercenaries under the bus. Okay, we got an axe. Let's go murder some humans. There's one. Oh, we can still toggle between old Soul Reaver graphics and new. That's what I just did there. R1 is autoface. Okay. There we go. See, with the toggle there, we can still go back to the old graphics. Shady's asking if I've played this before. I have not played this game since it was on PS2, in fact. Though I have played it before. But yeah, this is the sequel. We did play the first one a couple of months ago. And look at that. That's what it used to look like. It still used to look fairly nice, to be fair, for a PS2 game. Okay, let's murder some more humans. Hi, fella. Oh, he can dodge too. That's hardly fair. Okay, we press on. Come on. I really hate the falling over. Okay, bar's still down on that door. Is there anything I can actually deal with? Nope. Raziel can't deal with bars. So there's got to be another way out of this hallway unless we got turned around before. Ah, that maybe. Just turning my volume down slightly. That music is a bit oppressive. Swap for that. I want her axe. Oh well, never mind. What we got? That little compass thing doesn't look like it does anything. Let's keep going then.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Oh, tons of them. Let's try and get them one at a time. At least like vampires, they stay dead. Oh, finish him off. Right, one down. Tried to block. That's what I get from going straight on from Jedi Survivor into this. Okay, Raziel can't block. Let's get into the open a bit. Come on, guys. Okay, that one's still behind the pillar though. Much better. Let's have a little look around this courtyard first, though. Not that Soul Reaver's big on pickups, really. What was my menu like in this game? Let's see if I can get it up. Just shift a map. It's kind of a shame we've lost all of those glyphs that we spent so long collecting in the last game. And the Fire Reaver and things like that. Is this what opened? Maybe not. Everything in this place looks the same. Yeah, it must be that door. Must have missed something. Got to be that hallway. Maybe we got a phase. Yeah, it must be spectral. It's time to shift. Which annoyingly means I'll lose my sword, but hey. Oh, pretty. Let's have a little look around. Can't see any sluer or anything.
from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
You know, I'm not sure if we find that out in this game. We certainly do in Defiance, the third game in the series. So I won't spoil it now. Oh, you fucker. Oh, God damn it! Need a weapon. I thought I saw an axe back there, but I must have imagined it. Try and get this guy's sword. Down at least. Deal with the other. Right. Any other humans around? There's one. Starts off a lot more dramatically than you did in Soul Reaver 1 with this breakout of the Seraphan stronghold. Because the first one, if you remember, started with you being unmade and having to make your way out of the abyss. So there weren't actually even any enemies for quite a while in the first one. There's at least 3 more guards by the look of it. Remember when Mobius told me to keep casualties to the minimum? I'm fairly confident we've murdered everyone in the room at least.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when it tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. embracing its twin, its mirror self. The Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused, and for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Curious. So, as you can see, Mobius, incredibly trustworthy, absolutely, completely on the level. And I did get a trophy for doing that as well. It was called Reaver Convergence. So let's press on and beat up some more Seraphim, I guess. Actually, I don't think I had a proper look around that area before, did I? Because it kind of shoehorned me into William's little crypt. So yeah, I can actually now play Blood Omen for you. I discovered that it's no longer an exclusive for PS Plus members.
Was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness. It was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Sorry, I got interrupted. So yeah, I can play the Blood Omen games now. I do have them downloaded for later. But what it was touching on there is something that happened within the events of the original Blood Omen, which had a lot of, without spoiling it for when we get to it, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, which ultimately revolved around Kain going back in time to either kill or not kill a king who was known as William the Just, and the bad stuff that unfolded no matter what choices you make. But yeah, as I say, we won't spoil it. We'll... Oh, it automatically absorbs souls. I see. It absorbs souls into the Reaver, though, not to heal Raziel. So that's the downside of doing it now.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Okay. There's one at least. Just keep trying to press the Star Wars Jedi block button. I've got to get out of the habit of doing that. I thought I saw another guard wandering around somewhere as well during that cutscene. I saw him just lurking in a corner over here. We can get the staircase there. So who we got? I guess it's hard to tell who's who from the pictures. Not sure why that one's kind of got Goliath from Gargoyles behind him though. Red-headed guy, and there's Raziel. Oh, and another one, a green guy. Oh, the names are at the top. Okay, so that's Tyrell. That's the brother who we didn't kill in the last game. He's actually a boss in Defiance. You do eventually meet him in what's the third Soul Reaver game. So that one is Rahab. Rahab was the kind of aquatic mermaidy vampire. This guy... Melchior, he was the first boss in the last game, the kind of slug-like one that could phase. Who we got over here? That's Dumar. Dumar was one of the latter bosses, the one who I incinerated in the furnace in the last game. That guy is Zephon. Zephon was the spider boss in the last game. So we should just have one more. Oh no, that was all the brothers. Miscounted. But there they all are. Last time I watched that show I was a kid. Oh, Goliath, the Gargoyles. Gargoyles is a great show. Voiced almost entirely by Star Trek actors. I was a huge fan. But anyway, where was that staircase? One of these alcoves had the staircase leading up in it. There it is. Let's go check that out. We saw that gate come up at the top, so it's got to be one of these. Yeah, there were tons of Star Trek actors in it. The main ones were the female lead, the human, is Deanna Troi, and the villain was Riker. And also Brent Spiner was Puck, but there you go. Like, literally Puck from The Tempest. Not Tempest, what am I saying? Midsummer Night's Dream. Even getting me Shakespeare plays wrong today. Right, anyway. I'm guessing it's that door we gotta go through. After all the trouble to unlock it. Oh, is this a way out? Have we done it?
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest, and if Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Oh, right, X with directions to swim. I can relate with that, Shady. My dad was a huge Star Trek fan as well. We used to watch it together when I was a kid. With symbol on the ground. Oh, I like the fish. The swimming and water controls are a little better than they were in the last game as well. It's a bit more responsive. Anyway, we've had a little swim. Used to be able to high jump out of the water. Can we still do that? Yes, we can still high jump out of the water. It's the shoulder button that does it. Anyway, let's see what we got on the surface. I thought I saw something. It won't let me look around while I'm in the water. Anyway, I thought I saw something on one of the kind of sides of this dam or whatever it is. I'm not sure we can reach it from the water. Just looked like there was something up there when we were... I definitely can't jump that high. Alright, let's figure out where we're going. It's kind of nice to see Nosgoth looking so green though as well. Okay, there's the gate of the dam. Where am I looking? Is there something I can swim through underwater? Let's have a look round. Ah, that might be a slope over there, on that edge. Yeah, we found our way up.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, These beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
That was a lot of words to explain that we found a checkpoint. Okay, we've opened like a little sluice down there. If I remember right, these are fonts eventually that I can use to charge up the Reaver, but we have to do the respective quests to kind of learn how to infuse it with different elements first. I'm not sure where that gate I just opened was, but I kind of want to go and see if I can jump onto that stone over there, because that looks pretty low in the water. This bit's giving Dark Souls vibes, says Shady. What specifically in Souls are you getting from this? Out of curiosity.
I did not yet possess the means to unlock this barrier, but this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
And there you are, we need a specific elemental Reaver to get that open. Oh well, on with our quest then. Let's go find that sluice we opened. Can you swim in Souls? I don't think you can you? It's been a long time. I just remember that bit where you can fight a Hydra in the original Dark Souls and you can kind of fall into the abyss. Okay, that's looking like a way out. Around. Can we still do the kind of power jump? Yes, we can. There we are. Well, I'm certainly up here. Oh, whoa, whoa. I think we could have got up there. Let's give it a go. Yep. Oh, meow, Shro, would you like some treats? Sorry, Shrosh. Info did say to give you some treats a little while ago. Let's do it now. So you stop meowing in my ear. There we go. Some treats for the Shrodo. If anyone else turns up, we'll give them some treats in a little bit. Okay, there's another one of those fonts we can't access. Did actually mean to make that jump and failed miserably. In the first Dark Souls, there's a water part where you have to empty the water to reveal a city to fight a boss. Oh, is it? Ah, oh, God, it's been so long since I played the original. The place where the Four Kings is. I think there's a, like, watery mechanic there, isn't there? Yeah, that is the part.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Okay, I think we found the checkpoints. Let's touch it. Make sure that actually did save because I'm paranoid. Yeah, we saved. Okay. So where can we go from here? Up there, I presume. I'm starting to drain my soul a bit as well. I do need to just switch to the spectral realm.
I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Yeah, I remember what happens when we return there. But that's not till the end of the game. There we go, now we're a bit healthier. I can't remember how you put down weapons. There it is. I just fancy their axes more. And that axe looks a lot more satisfying. Is that another guy? Oh, just an impaled guy, that's okay. An impaled guy's not gonna come for me. He's got a fucking gun! How advanced were we in the past? I just realised we'd switch back to the other world as well. Let's get it looking nice again. See his friend coming up to see me over there. Ooh, trophy, Harvester of Souls. I do try. Yeah, see, that's the old style graphics, isn't it? And that's the shiny new ones. Got to be careful. In the first half, I played an entire session, I think, in the old graphics and didn't notice, because I'm not actually that observant. There's another gun guy over there. Fuck it, he's not going to let me get that soul. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. There's like a green thing there? No idea. Meow Shro, you've had some treats, sweetheart. I'm not sure what those green things are. I'm sure we'll find out in the fullness of time. Aw, dogs. Shro, be good. It's hard to fight things when you're using me as a climbing frame, cat. What we got here first? I'm not sure. It should be some kind of puzzle though, doesn't it? Can we get up there? No? Curious. Maybe we'll figure it out shortly. Nice little lake there as well. Something's yelling at me. Can we get behind that waterfall? Nope. Just a nice little lake. Let's continue then. I do quite like the cutting off the head graphic there. It's a lot more gruesome than the original Soul Reaver. It's interesting watching that little toggle. Anyway, where were we heading? There's another guy on that side. Let's get him out of the way. Find the dog. That step looks kind of sus. I might just go down there and check it out again. Is that another checkpoint? Yep. Okay, we got a checkpoint at least. I'm just gonna go and see what that thing is over there. Just that step. I mean, look at it. The way it stands out. Maybe it's an ability I'll get later or something. We press on. Yes, Shro, I know you're there. Okay. So this staircase is the obvious place to go. Unless we can get behind the waterfall, which we can't. Someone just said over there, though, which means something's incoming. Right. Got. Oh, he's another gun wanker, isn't he? Yep.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Yep, Raziel's learning annoyance. Whoa, hello little dog. Okay, they're guarding a gate. See if that lever does it. Oh, hold. Okay. In we go then.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the Circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Okay, trophy, the corruption of the pillars. And we've had the beginning of a line that's repeated a lot in Soul Reaver games about the coin landing on its edge. Let's have a little look at the map out of curiosity. It's about as useful as it was last time. So I'm guessing that round wet area up ahead must be where the Abyss is and Kain's time. Raziel's time. Whatever we're calling the time of the first game. How did I come down here? I came down the staircase, right? So let's see if there's another way off. I wonder when they built the big building around the pillars then. Why's those birds disappearing? I wonder what's the significance of that?
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Okay, looks like we got a phase to get through there. This is that symbol from my menu. More souls so I can get back out of phase as well. Sluar! Hello, little guy. Oi. Still somewhat irritating. Oh, more of them. Hello. Still weak but irritating.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
I guess that's what the deal is with these birds then. Okay, let's carry on down this little path. See what we discover. Is that like a picture of Raziel?
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Da 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 da. Okay. Looks like there's an enemy over there though. Oh, weird ass things. Okay. Okay, I'm not actually hurting them, I don't think. Let's try phasing and see if they're still there. Oh no, we get... Oh, them and something different. Can I hurt them in... It looks like I can hurt them in the spirit world at least. What dog version of the Sluar? Okay, let's deal with this situation now. Right, okay. I wasn't convinced I was actually hurting them in the regular world, but at least I seem to be able to hurt them in the spirit world. Oh, there's another one. Not sure I actually got him there, but hey. Annoying little wankers. Right, so dealt with, get him. press on. There's another one of the shooty wankers. I'll back off a bit in case that other shooty wanker over there sees me. I'll deal with the Sluar over here first. Let's deal with him. Or Sluar, if the plural of Sluar is Sluar. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I did get them both. We press on. Well, something's repeating my name. Bastard just ducking. Come on, frog dog. Looks like I'm supposed to be heading back to the real world from here, so let's try it. But what the hell is calling my name?
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel. Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was refreshing. It lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present, here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware.
To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my Soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Okay, that was indeed more plot. Right, let us just hit that checkpoint first. Just so we got it. By pressing the correct button. And then we'll have a little mooch. It was very clearly showing me a like path behind the Elder God in some of those cutscenes. We'll make sure there's nowhere else we can get out in this chamber. I do like the way the pillars go all the way underground here. See, those are the kind of roots of the pillars that we saw above the ground. Okay, that could be a phase gate. I'm not 100% sure. We'll bear it in mind. That's the way I came in. There's another potential phase gate over there. Let's swim first then and see what was down near the Elder God. Because there was definitely a kind of doorway close to him. And again for imagery, the Elder God's tentacles kind of wrapped around the base of the pillars is really neat.
Tread carefully, Raziel.
Look at him. It's so cool like that. It's like a Shoggoth kind of look. Anyway. This is a tunnel I noticed during his little cutscene. Let's see where it leads us. Oops. Come on. Whoa! Where do they come from? Oh, I can hurt them in this world. I'm kind of hurting it there, I think. Yeah. Maybe not as efficiently, but we can hurt it. It's easier to do it with my claws than with the Reaver as well. Let's not fall. Where am I actually heading? It's so dark in here. Will the Reaver illuminate if I get it out? Oh yeah, kind of. Okay. Use that to try and figure out... Ah, up there. Oh, there was another one. Hang on. Let's deal with him. The only downside with these guys is they don't actually give me souls. see him glowing. And another. They're not bad so long as you get them pinned against a wall. Okay, where are we actually heading from here? I'm guessing across there, but I can't really see where we're going. Or maybe we're just dropping down then. This is another guy down there. Is this a new place? No, this is where I came from. What the fuck? Or is it? No, this is new. The climbing wall wasn't there. I can still climb, okay. Let's see what this is then. Okay, that's large and interesting. There's a font down there. Can't really tell what that big thing is. Maybe we're going to drain this room or something. Yep, it's just huge and ominous. Let's see what we got over here. It does definitely have the look of a room that's going to be drained, doesn't it? And all these kind of like Reaver fonty looking things on the ground. Maybe I was supposed to just phase in that other room. I'll try that too. When you phase, water loses its lift, I seem to remember. At least in the last game. Guess out of curiosity. Let's just do it and see what we got. Elf guys. This is a bad place to choose to phase. Let's get those souls. Much better. Okay, let's have a little look around now. Now I can actually climb on things. Well, that's the way to phase back. Okay. That's the font. Hey! They make the weird little wailing noise in this game when you kill them. So that's the kind of fonty, locky looking thing. Oh god, are they respawning? Right, anyway, well, let's go and look over here where it looked like there were things to climb on. I think we got him. Yeah. Maybe not, there doesn't seem to be anywhere to go here now. Oh, other than up there. Can I make that jump? Oh, I can. There's a staircase all along. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I just spotted you. Bad camera angles there. Who are bobbing around over there. I think he's on his own there. Oh, there's one a bit further back. guys come up here? No, they can't. They're just stuck on the stairs. Right, it's even hard to fight that low down thing with the higher ground. Let's get on his level. Got him out of the way now. Which way were we heading? Not sure if we're heading down or up there. Oh, there's another live one there. I think they respawned fairly fast though. So we might have been here already. Just totally lost our bearings. I mean, that's the room I was in before, wasn't it? With the little narrow staircase? Yeah. So that is the way I came in. So we came down here. And then we went along there. That's where the big one was. This is the route we're meant to be taking. Or at least I think it is. Get out the way, little guy. So is there a place I can jump up over here? Does not seem to be anything here though. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is not the way I'm meant to be yet. It seemed a long tunnel for there to then be nothing. Whoa! You're waiting to jump out at me. Right, we've come a full circle. So let's assume like I'm not meant to be here. Don't need your little soul. No, you're kind of irritating. Just get out of the way. So let's go around the other side and get back to the regular world. See if I'm missing something. Whoop, there it was, water coming back. Oh, is there a surface here? Let's try surfacing and see. Yep, there is a surface to this room, okay. Hello, what's that over there? Come on. Jump, Raz. There we are. Oh, that's where I came in, that's the climbing wall. So there is something else on the surface in here. Feels like the obvious way through then. Especially as I can't use the fonts and things yet. So let's try swimming through this tunnel and see if it looks different underwater. So this is where I came, that's the little ledge. We fought our way around twice. I can surface. There we go. Let's see where this takes us. To a good, massive climbing wall. Definitely gonna wind up letting the water out of this place.
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
I think Raziel's been reading the script. Okay, looks like I kind of want to avoid being in the swamp. Oh, you bastard, get on the pillar. Come on. I'll take that. I'll decapitate his little friend. That should give me a good chunk of health back. Make sure the Reaver's away. And then I guess we're jumping from thing to thing. Okay, interesting door.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the Circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Okay, Vorador shows himself. Again, in the original Blood Omen, when we get to it, we'll encounter Vorador as well. He does play a major part in Kain's little story. Because the first Blood Omen is a story that Kain kind of alluded to before, about how he became a vampire and the corruption of the pillars. It's actually a really good game. It's a bit more kind of Diablo-esque than these ones are. Kind of top-down. I remembered really enjoying playing it back when it... Well, not even when it first came out. I think it was around the time Soul Reaver 2 came out that I went back and played Blood Omen. Because at the time it was already quite rare and hard to get, being an old PSX game that wasn't really that popular until the release of Soul Reaver. And then later, Blood Omen got a direct sequel as well, Blood Omen 2 on the PS2, which I do also have. They made them both available on the PS5 store. So we can look at that too. That one's not so good. It's fun to play, but it's by far probably the worst title in the series. I think Blood Omen 2 really only exists to kind of resolve a sort of plot hole. But you'll see when we get to it. The only game that's not been currently made available for PS5 is Defiance, which is Soul Reaver 2's sequel. It was just called Legacy of Kain Defiance. It was interesting because it's the only game in the franchise where you play as both Kain and Raziel. So hopefully it'll get its release at some point. Oh, is that a frog? Go, frog, go! Hop, my bro! Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we can get up to that tower over there. Is that where we want to go? Let's find out. Or there's that staircase leading up there, I think. Unless that's broken, I can't really tell from here. Let's go find out. Not for now. Maybe if I was in the other world, though, it would shift enough that we could use this. Sure. Let's just have a look. Or not. That didn't really make much of a difference, did it? Hi, guy. I got my health back at least. Nah, it doesn't look like it's something we can do. Fortunately, because I've done that, I don't know where we can shift back. There, by the look of it. I'd quite like to go and get my sword back before we continue on our way. Just because the curse on the Reaver now makes it a bit irritating to use. So I'll save it as much as possible, I think. Okay, let's try heading up this way. I mean, they're rather growing. Whoa, dog. I wonder what's on those dogs' heads. Why they're wearing kind of axe hats. That's just a frog. There's a vampire hunter. Okay, what we got?
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Raziel has definitely read the script. Okay, there is something I can climb up over there, though. Just anything else around here first? Not that I can really see. I think we're going for that climbing wall over there. I understand the Seraphim calling me vampire in the first game where all the vampires were monstery. But we've kind of established in this game that the vampires aren't monsters at this stage. So why do they look at me and think vampire? Raziel doesn't even really look like a vampire much. Okay. Yeah, I reckon we're going for that climbing wall over there. If only you could do like a plunge attack. Oh, that was enough. Okay. He was a weak one. Maybe it was the ball. Kind of on a slightly slippy surface here. It's not easy to get traction. Let's get the last one too. Might as well eat everybody's souls before we carry on up here in this very, very dark swamp area. Guess I'm still in. Interesting that he looks a lot brighter coloured if you look at the old graphics.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these runes even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine too was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Curious. Also curious where Borodor's buggered off to, but let's see where we're going. So I have to put down my sword to open that. Meowshro. Okay, let's take my sword with me this time. This chamber's open to all but the bearers of the Reaver, and that guy at the end of the corridor, apparently. Oh, okay, their body is kind of blistering away. Maybe they aren't a normal enemy. Is that a puzzle piece, do we think? Shro, stop meowing. We get the point. You're grumpy so-and-so. I reckon that opens that. Yep, some kind of weird door. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's gonna make me leave my sword behind now. Ah, it was nice while it lasted. Okay, in we go. Let's see what puzzles we got in this one. What's sewer? Okay, I've dealt with that situation. Okay, there's climbing walls in here, so we evidently need to go back to the real world sharpish. There's another kind of sealed door there. Oh, with a checkpoint. Not gonna knock that. Ah, there we go. Okay, looks like it's gonna be some kind of mirror puzzle. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any way up to that disc that I can see for now, but it's super dark in here. So let's go back around and see what we missed. So there is a shiny sun door over there. I can't interact with yet, but that's clearly what we're going to be using this puzzle to open. There's a room that just has a font in it that I can't use yet. So far so good. I'm not sure if I can reach that. Nah, not quite. There was a place in the previous room with a climbing wall though. Oh, some more of these wankers though. I get you to come at me one at a time because you're kind of awful. Look at the way they walk. Nope, both. It's all or nothing. These ones don't have shields. the sword. There we are. Yeah, they're a bit weaker than that one in the first corridor. So somewhere when we were coming through, there it is. I saw that climbing wall.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race, the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the Pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Okay. Oh, another one. Oh, like zombie things. That makes more sense. Okay, so I can get across to that crystalline thing there. It's obviously where I'm meant to be heading, but let's just see what's over here first. Nothing really on this side. So let's try and cross the... Oh, they do keep coming back. Well, that's going to be irritating. So this is where I was trying to jump up before. Okay. There's a Reaver door right behind. Okay. Let's see what else we got over here. So there's like a little font, and there is a moon blocking the way. It's all starting to be a bit clearer. So yes, it is a mirror puzzle, but let's see what's this way first. Fuck! Gosh, that made me jump. Okay, little bastards. It's like a magic-y one behind me. What's shooting me? Let's get rid of magic fucker first. Where are the other ones? They just bugger off. Alright, magic fucker first then. Are they gonna pop back up again? Yeah. I've got a phase to get through there. I might regret this, but let's try and leave my sword over here. Just so I can get it back if I need it. It might pop up again on my return journey, I guess. Nope, they're being good for now. So I need to go through there, and we'll see what's on the other side. Other than that one sluar. Okay, we don't seem to be able to... Ah! Okay, there's a thing out here too. I'm not sure where the font is that I can go back, but let's just have a little look round. This place seems massive. another climbing wall over there. And one there too. Fan of the big ones. If they duck down, you can't really hit them. And that's another live sewer. Ah, but there's my portal. Okay. Which seemed to just make me a path. There's at least two of those little guys wandering around there. So let's be a tad careful and also try and get ourselves a weapon. I might be able to split them up at least because they're on either sides of that dais. I must admit, I don't know this game as well as I know the original Soul Reaver, just because I think I only played it once or twice when it first came out. I didn't like it as much as the original. As much as a teenager, Soul Reaver really, or rather Legacy of Kain really was my fandom. I absolutely loved the fuck out of this universe. Soul Reaver 2's... well, it was a bit wordy, I think. You've seen, it's very melodramatic, there are a lot of cutscenes in this game. At times it feels a bit like you're playing a movie, and that side of it I didn't like as much as the first game. The first game does also have a lot of cutscenes, but they're very short, very kind of spaced out, and a lot more of the game is just action orientated. Oh god, more of them. Hello! Where are the other ones? There he is. Come here. Come on, hit it, Raz. Thought I had it then. And you. I think there's 4 of them from the trajectories there. Oh, we mentioned Dark Souls earlier. It's making me think a bit of, what I would call the hardest Dark Souls boss ever, half jokingly, is the Crystal Sage, I think he's called, in Dark Souls 3. Hate that guy. Hate that guy. Died to him so much. Much rage quitting was involved. I don't know why I find him so hard, but I guess everyone's got their bugbear, right? Okay, maybe we saw this twist down, didn't we? So if I phase back, will it go up? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I don't fall and have to do that again. There were worse jumps in Rahab's domain. Okay, what we got here? Yeah. You know, I thought we were heading for a cutscene. Okay, I guess it's for that door. Keep pressing the trigger, the joystick button to try and open doors. I'm sorry, that's why it keeps toggling. Okay, so is this the same disc? No, this is a different one. Okay. Maybe we're trying to get it onto that sun symbol on the wall up there. No? That one over there? The whole sun? Is there any way to know if what I'm doing is right, game? Well, I'm baffled. Let's see. What's up there? Okay, that's a hole in the wall. It would make sense if we were pointing it towards the hole, I guess? Hmm. Yeah, can I still blast things with the Reaver? I'm not sure, actually. That was an ability I had in the other game. No, I don't seem to be able to. Let's assume it's... Oh, there we are. Shoot projectiles at puzzle targets. How? How, game? How? Let's put the Reaver back out. This is the one time it hasn't actually given me the button. Yeah, I get it. I know that's what I'm meant to do. How do we do it? Before I lose all my health? Now, for crying out loud. Yes, I know! I understand! Because I don't have that facing the right way? Is it facing... Now it's facing the full moon. Is there a menu that tells me the controls? Let's find out. Options. Control options. I'm about to find out. That doesn't, even the controller menu doesn't tell me how to do it. Fine. Okay. First I need to have the Reaver equipped to do it. Info saying R1 square. Thanks, info. That's not doing anything. Are you sure you mean R1? No, that's not doing it either. You sure you don't mean L1? No, L1 doesn't do it either. How about R2? R2 info, R2, not R1. It's R1, R2 and triangle. There we go. Teamwork, as usual. Let's put the Reaver away before it kills me. Right, so presumably we are supposed to be aiming it at that glowing, that big hole. Let's turn it just to see if we get a reaction from any of the others. I feel the obvious thing's pointing it at the hole. You know, like its light might go through the other side. Let's see if we can glide through there and see where it takes us. Oh, it's not a hole. Okay. Well, the jury's out then. I am thinking, if there was a moon in that other puzzle, it's going to be something to do with an eclipse, isn't it? In which case my instinct is we point it at the black sun. Let's try and backtrack and see. That said, can't actually remember where we backtracked to. I know it's not as far as I think it is. We still set the Reaver on fire like we used to be able to? No, he's forgotten how to do that too. He's forgetting how to do a lot, is old Raz. That's got to have been the way we came into the level, right, though? Oh, it was a phase gate, I see it now. Nice try, Solar. Ah, there it is. Did that actually do anything? Yeah, I'm not sure if we've done the puzzle right. Oh well, let's try the next door, and we can always backtrack and see. It's easy to get up there. Oh! That just took us back out to the main lobby. Oh fuck, I can't remember how to get back round. God damn it. I don't want to be out here. Oh, bollocks. I can't remember how you get back up there now. Well, fuck. Haha. Yep. I'm an idiot then. Right, I'm pretty sure this is where we came in. Yeah, because there's the... See, that one's got kind of like a dark tunnel over it. See, that's what I kind of thought we were doing, shining things through a tunnel. Oh well. Maybe it'll all become obvious in the fullness of time. Let's try and remember how we got up there now. I think there was a climbing wall somewhere that took it. Maybe it was on this side of the door. Oh. Ah, there it is. Right. As long as we can get back up into that top room, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, there's the top room again. With its weird moon. Okay, so that wasn't the answer. Let's see what's on this side then. And then we determine if we have to go back and do something different with that sun puzzle. There's definitely another mirror or reflecting disc sort of thing up there. Ooh, a string of them on this side. Curiouser and curiouser. But we can't do anything while we're in the shadow world. Didn't mean to do that either. Okay. Let's try and deal with our Sluar situation down here. Come on. Okay, our combat still isn't very refined in these games. Let's try and figure this out though. Ah, there's the little teleporty pad. Just gonna grab that spear off the wall though, because there's bound to be some of those kind of revenant things around. Like that one. I'd rather have a sword, to be honest. As much as I kind of like the polearm weapons, the impale loses the weapon for you, so they're not the best. Oh, another shooty one behind me. Let's try and deal with this guy first though. One shooty thing at a time. Alright, and now you. Let's just make sure there's no one around the other side. Thought I saw something jump there, but I think it was just a weird glitch in the graphics. Yeah, it's amazing how much more colourful the old game was there. Brighter and more colourful. Okay. Ah, but we should be able to climb out now, so we can interact with things in the lobby. So we do have something over there in the middle. Not quite sure how we reach it. Maybe we should mess with the other ones first. Light shine towards that central dais, if that does anything. There's another thing I can blast out with the Soul Reaver over there. So we figured out it was... Let's put my sword down. R2 and triangle, wasn't it? Can I hit it from here? No, I can't hit it from here. Right, so we've got to figure out how to get up into that central bit. Because I can't wall run because this isn't Jedi. Yeah, unless it's one of those things where I can glide so long as I'm in the other world. Give it a go. Not what I meant to do. Let's put it down gently. No, I don't think I'm any closer, am I? No. No. Okay. Let's get back then. That wasn't the answer. Oh, need some souls first. Nope, non-organically around. There were 3 of these guys last time. Okay, let's go back to trying to figure out how to get onto that platform then. Oh fuck, they're back. At least we got a sword now. Right. Got a bit turned around. Are these 2 gonna pop out too? No, just him. Maybe he's just one I missed last time. Okay, so now we just gotta be very, very thorough and figure out what I missed last time. There's gotta be a way up onto that central platform, or, you know, like a long walkway round we missed, or something like that. Something with a big phase symbol on it that we missed. The usual Soul Reaver things. Nothing's jumping out at me other than the climbing wall from the direction we came, to be honest. So what do we reckon, guys? How do we get onto that platform? Or do I just shoot out the thing from here? And it'll make a difference. I didn't seem to be able to reach before, but maybe I was just doing it wrong. Info saying you could try. Let's give it another go. In case we were a bit imprecise last time. Oh yay, we can hit it. Still looks like we've got to be over there to turn it. Unless we can get to it from another angle, of course. See, my bet is that one's going to have to face that way, maybe? And then we're going to reflect that light, aren't we, when we turn it? A bit hard to tell. But that, again, it looks like a tunnel over there, so I'm wondering if it's somewhere else I can glide from to get to it. But how would I get onto that side? Okay, let's just try going back. And we will phase back here. And try and figure out what the fuck we're doing wrong. Going the wrong way, that's not what I want to mess with. There's this one too. Okay, let's go try and figure out that first puzzle again. Sorry, I lost connection just briefly there. I'm back now. But I did just have another thought as well of something we didn't try. Which I don't know whether it'll work, but I need to be in the real world over here to do it. Oh, which means I'm going to have to beat up these Sluar again. This poor Sluar, who I've killed so many times now. I realise we tried to glide across this ravine before, but Raziel can do that kind of boost glide thing, can't he? We didn't try that. Anyway, back across. She could sprint. There's zero reason why Raziel just can't pick up the pace a bit. Anyway, see if we can get up there without them shooting us. I don't actually know if they can shoot up. So I was just thinking from here, if we do the kind of that glide, could we make it? It still doesn't look like it's far enough, does it? And now there's a lot of them. Nice try, guys. wrong with this thing? Is it supposed to face away from that mirror over there or towards it? What do we think? Those... Haha! Crafty. Sorry, I just noticed there were scratch marks on the ground there. Oh, have we made a bridge? It's like Indiana Jones. I'm trying to remember what puzzle that is from Indiana Jones, but the kind of Breath of God-ish sort of one. Okay, now we're finally on this platform, which makes perfect sense. So what do we reckon? That glowing one over there? How about that? Okay, that's kind of made a tunnel. Can we get up to it? Yes, alright. And it's taken us to a sundial. That I can mess with. Okay, it moves a reflecting disc on the roof. There's a hole in the ground there. What happens if I push it the other way? Oh, okay. Seems to have worked. Okay, let's go down the hole, I guess. Down the hole, Raz. Right. Okay. Oh, we're behind the moon. Okay. Let's try turning this the other way then, and figuring out how we fucked up the first puzzle. So that seems to have resolved that one. So there was a gate at the end of this hallway. Yeah, I'm just going to shift so I don't have to deal with you for now. Just have to try to remember they're there on the return journey. Sorry buddy, but I need your soul. Right. So that's this room again, that has the puzzle where we have to go to and from the spectral realm to get to the top. Raise that thing. Just be careful because there were a lot of enemies in this room, and there they are again. They don't seem to be able to shoot upwards though, which is nice. There's nothing to gain from killing them in Soul Reaver because it's not like we're working on an XP basis. Okay, so now we've made it back over to this room where I'm pretty sure we didn't solve the puzzle, right? Whoops. Nope, souls are required. And phase. We just learnt in that other room about pulling pillars. Could it have been another thing? This room is full of pillars, isn't it? So, like... There, can we move that? Oh, we've learnt so much today. Oh, now it's a tunnel. Okay. I've got to admit the tunnel kind of rang a bell with me. As I said, I don't know this game so well, but it's one of those things where you see something and you just have that briefest flash of memory. But there we go. So we've made a tunnel. Is there going to be another... Oh no, I get the solar disc from this one. Like he kind of caresses it so tenderly and then just yanks it out. Alright, anyway. So I think that's what we could see from the main chamber. Maybe I can just use it to open this door from the side. Yeah, the door just likes me holding it, apparently. Fair enough. But that's going to be for this contraption at the end of the room, which I just turned the lights on for. And on. Okay, I think it's time to get a shiny new Reaver power.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
Okay, I got a trophy called Darkness is My Friend for that. Maybe we've got a bit more health there as well. But let's try and figure out how we get out of this ruin now. So that's a dead end. I saw a door slide shut and have his little Reaver symbol in the back of it before. Presumably we've got to find our way to that door.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Okay, something just made a noise.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Sounds like we're going back to the Sarafan Keep then.
ragged excuse for a savior?
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origin, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Seraphan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Okay, trophy. Interview with a vampire. I don't know if I mentioned it as well. There was a trophy when we got the Dark Reaver too, called something like Darkness is my friend, or something to that effect. We really need to find a checkpoint more than anything, though, just so we can save the game for now. Let's get your weapon. can't remember where the last checkpoint was. Oh well, if we head back down. Underwater. Woo. Maybe we'll find one down here. This is back in the Elder God Shrine, isn't it? Flip, this place was like a maze last time I was here. How did we get through it last time? Confusing doing it this way round. I think I'm going the right way-ish though. Wait, I just saw another ledge above me. Up there. Then up there, I think. Nope, I've managed to get turned around and go back the way I came. Maybe it's lower down. I did come from a hole in the ceiling to get to it last time. I think this is the round room where I fought the two Sluar. Yes, it is. Which means that's the way I came through. Should gradually take me back round to the chamber with the weird creepy statue in the middle of it. Yeah, that's the weird creepy statue. We couldn't quite figure out what it's meant to be of. But if we swim around the other side of it... I think there was a save point in the Elder God's chamber. If I can find my way back to it, because it suddenly got really dark. That's the font, so we should be on the right side of the statue here. Just can't quite see where I'm going. I think it was on this wall, but you can't surface in this room. It's kind of hard to see without it. Let's just follow the thing around. So there's a font over there. That's the way we don't want to go. Oh, maybe it was above the surface. Maybe it was the one ledge you can surface on in here. There. I've got to be careful because there's loads of these things in here. They're a bit of a menace. Especially as we can't get any souls off them. Ow. round shit. I need to do that. There's something on the platform above me. This might be the right pool of water. Let's get under and see. Yes, this is the Elder God's chamber. I think right at the top there's a save point, which will be a good stopping place for the day. That's what I've been looking for. And we can figure out our route back to the Seraphim stronghold from there. Oops. Or I can if I press the right button.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Okay. Dangerous game indeed, but let us just save for today, and we'll find out how dangerous the game is next time, I guess. And there we go, saved. So that was the first part of Soul Reaver 2. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, my main stream is live Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 PM GMT and Saturdays at 5 PM GMT. We'll see whether we're going to be playing Soul Reaver or Star Wars Jedi, depending on how my ongoing PlayStation disc reading issues go. But I might be on a bit later tonight to play some more Baldur's Gate 3 if you're interested. Do just keep an eye on the socials, and I'll let you know when I'm going to pop on and play. I am going to go and have my tea first. So, take care everyone, have a great weekend, and hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye now.